Who put this country in this crisis? Who put this country in this crisis? You could fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. You know, I know, they put their hand in the cookie jar. You know, I know, they be tampering with the cookie jar. The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. VIP stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then NDP stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who all they do the everybody. Nobody want to take the blame for them. I say man, they pointing finger. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. Number one stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then number two stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who all they do the pointing finger. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. I say man, the pointing finger. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. Number three stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? Number four stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? All they do is pointing fingers. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. I say man, the pointing fingers. Pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. Number five stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? Number six stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? All they do is pointing fingers. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. I say man, the pointing fingers. I say man, the pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. Number seven stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? Number eight stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then who? All they do is pointing fingers. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. I say money pointing fingers. I say money pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. Number nine stole the cookie from the cookie jar. Yes, you. Then they me. It got to be you. They me. It got to be you. All they do is pointing fingers. Everybody pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. I say man, they pointing fingers. I say man, they pointing fingers. Nobody want to take the blame for them. Pointing fingers. You know, I know, they put their hand in the cookie jar. You know, I know, they be tampering with the cookie jar. The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. This time, get rid of the cookie monster. 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 Who put this country in this crisis? Who put this country in this crisis? The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. The jar ain't leaking, but the cookie missing. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want the country to prosper, you handle the cookie jar. If you want
If they dance it, stain your finger and show them no mercy. Put them out with total scorn and utter disdain. Let's put our
The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pretty Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points.
Pillars strong.
Those of you listening locally, regionally, internationally,
Look around.
my name's Sheldon Scott. I'm here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour.
Don't stop the progress. We moving on.
It's been an interesting week this week.
And the pillars strong.
Good news, bad news, all kind of news.
Take a good look around.
And we just have to take some time to let you all know some of the activities that are coming up, yeah?
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it.
So folks, remember St. George Northeast New National Party branch, they're having that constituency family fun day.
Don't stop it.
That's going to be taking place on Easter Sunday, the 5th of April.
Stop the progress.
Come on out and enjoy a day of fun, togetherness, and laughter.
Don't stop the progress.
That's Mr. Nimrod Oliver and his team. Good night to you, Mr. Nimrod Oliver. Hey.
Stop it. Don't stop it.
Yeah, they're going to have cricket, football, tug of war, bouncing castles, dominoes, games. Just watch. They have all kind of things. And on top of that, remember, all food is free. Whether it's barbecue, whether it's oil down, whether it's waters, it's free. Yeah?
Don't stop the progress.
Buy your drinks, but the food is free. You're going to have different entertainment. Yeah, you'll have different artists passing through at different times. So you could bring the entire family. There's something for everyone.
Don't stop it.
That's the St. George Northeast Constituency branch. They're having that family fun day on Easter Sunday. That's April 5th.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Remember, it's happening tomorrow. The Absolute Basketball in collaboration with Mr. Christopher Diali. The Road to Glory. Over $8,500 in cash and prizes to be won. Yeah, it's a 3-on-3 basketball competition, yeah? That's taking place tomorrow and Sunday.
Stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress.
Yeah, so get your guys together. Well, even girls too, you know, we can know some girls and them could go up there and clean that competition up, you know.
Don't stop it.
Don't feel as only fellas could go on the court and handle that, you know.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
That's going to be taking place on the Grenada's hard court from 6:30 p.m. tomorrow
Don't stop the progress.
and 6:30 p.m. on Sunday.
Don't stop it.
For more information, you can contact Gary Chance, and the phone numbers are 421-0128 and 449-0128. Yeah? So that's the Road to Glory. Good night to you, Mr. Christopher Diali Jr.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop.
Remember, over $8,500 in cash and prizes to be won.
Don't stop it.
So you could go there and clean up, you know. Yeah. There's some fellas there, you could come out and go and clean up that, you know.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
In fact, I feel I put it on my sneakers. Let me just check our two brethren. And yeah. I feel we going and hit the court.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop
And on Sunday, good night to the members of the New National Party Youth Arm.
it. Don't stop it.
On Sunday, the New National Party Youth Arm, they're heading to church. And they're heading to the Agape Ministries, River Road, St. George. They're going to be starting at 10 a.m. They asked for you to come and worship with them. That's this Sunday, so you could go to church in the morning and then you could head to the basketball in the evening, huh? Yeah.
Progress. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
That's the New National Party Youth Arm.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
to you, Mrs. Nolene Thompson,
Progress.
the new National Party candidate for St. David.
Don't stop it.
And she's hosting the St. David Small Goal Soccer Tournament.
Don't stop it.
First prize $2,000. Second prize $1,500. Third prize $1,000. Most valuable player, they're getting the opportunity for an ACMF scholarship and grant program.
Progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it.
To make sure what ACMF mean. I know the F is for football, but I had to find out, yeah.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
I do not know what the letters stand for, but I know it's something important, yeah.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Opening ceremony is going to be taking place this Sunday at 2 p.m. out there in Las Angeles.
Stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Yes, this Sunday from 2 p.m.
Progress. Don't stop the progress.
It's open to teams on the various PDs, PD 1 to 12 in St. David. 7 aside, yes? 7 aside, 7 versus 7.
Don't stop it.
Registration only $50 per team. So you're paying $50 and you could go out to win $2,000 or $1,500 or $1,000, yeah? So once again, that's the St. David Small Goal Soccer Tournament, and that is being staged by Mrs. Nolene Thompson.
Stop the progress. Don't stop it.
And you can contact them on 449-9707.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Mrs. Thompson, I find like that is you kicking that ball in that. I find that look as you in that thing there. Yeah?
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the
You have good form, yeah.
progress. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Also remember to save the date,
Stop it.
July 11th, 2026, yeah? The new National Party New York branch, they're going to be having their 3rd annual Evening of Elegance, yeah? They go and get visa visa bond and thing. No, I can't bother to go for the visa now. I can't come, yeah?
Don't stop the progress.
It's a formal event.
Progress.
And in attendance will be all candidates, well, some candidates and executive members of the new National Party.
Stop it.
So you're going to get some more information on the location
Don't stop.
and all of that. So save the date, July 11th,
Don't stop it.
the 3rd annual Evening of Elegance.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress.
If I could tell, we might have a talking points prize day too, you know. You know, we just do all kind of thing, you know.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Folks, we need your help.
Don't stop it.
And this one is an urgent one because I only got it just as I starting the program there.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't
And I
stop.
need any of you that are willing to assist with that to contact me directly because it's urgent, yeah?
Don't stop it.
We have a child that needs to go into surgery first thing on Monday, yeah? There are some tests that need to be done and we know the situation up there. It's an urgent situation. The child needs to go into surgery on Monday, yeah?
Don't
And
stop.
there are some tests that need to be done. One of them at least is about $800 that obviously the parents do not have, yeah?
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
So any of you willing to assist, please contact me.
Don't stop it.
And you can contact me on the following number. 421-7279. Yeah? 421-7279. You can contact me directly on that number. 421-7279. You can either WhatsApp me there. I usually have our phone on kind of silent and thing, you know, so you might have to, you might have to message me on that one.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress.
So 421-7279.
Stop it.
You can WhatsApp me or call me there. If I see missed call, I'll call back.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
So remember, that child needs to go into surgery on Monday. There are certain tests that need to be done before Monday morning. At least one of them is 800. So even if you can't help with the whole amount, but you want to help with part of it, contact me. This is not a situation that we can say, leave it in town by Cami or so and we go collect it. We do have time. So we have to deal with this thing differently, yeah?
The house solid and the pillar strong. Don't stop.
And you know when children involved are always up in front. I ain't making joke with that. There's a child involved here, yeah?
Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
So remember, for that one, you could get in contact with me again, 421-7279, yeah?
House solid and the pillar strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
Yes, indeed, folks. It's another night on the Spice Isle. Has been an interesting week. We've been hit with a visa bond that we did warn you about. You know, you're going to say, Adi, warn you. We did warn you that that would be coming. We're warning you that you can look out for the visa to the UK and so on, because you can't have situations that people that never even set foot in the state of Grenada showing up in some of these countries as Grenadians, and then these people creating a situation where Grenadians, they're doing things and Grenadians are the ones that are being classified because of things that they are doing. Yeah, but then again, you have a situation where the Prime Minister say he had time to go through all them documents and so he just press a button and all of them getting signed. So he isn't verifying the information. Listen, again, I say it every night. I will sound like a broken record because it is important for you to know. That's a very dangerous situation. I really don't think a lot of you may really fully understand just how dangerous that situation is. It could be that statement that caused us to have the imposition of that visa bond on us. You know, and I see many of them out there trying to defend and saying that, we can't, it's not because of CBI, and so it is because of CBI. Stop all this stupidness. It is because of CBI. And it is because of the way that this administration has been managing or mismanaging Grenada's CBI program. It is because you have an administration with at least 2 members sitting in the cabinet who themselves are CBI agents. And while that is the situation, you've had the highest number of people. In fact, I think between 2022 and now, they've probably brought more people into the CBI than the whole period of the NNP between that would have started in about 2014, between 2014 and 2022. I do not believe the NNP processed as much citizenships as this government has done between 2022 and 2026. And that is not something that they should be proud of, because it means that there are holes. Because remember, a lot of that came out of the Russian pipeline. So you think the United States wants to see people who they know they're Russian? Yeah, they can barely speak English. They know these people are Russian. But they're coming to the embassy in Barbados with a Grenadian passport for a visa to enter the United States. People from other countries in the Middle East and so on that are appearing in Barbados with Grenadian passports. People who, if you check the passport, it ain't stamped entering or exiting Grenada because they've never set foot in Grenada. But these people are appearing in Barbados at the US Embassy there, seeking to get visas to enter the United States. And you have some people, from information that we have been receiving, that have been arrested for different things in the United States that were found with Grenadian passports. When they get a Grenadian passport, in the last 2 years, last 3 years, that's when they got it. Yeah? So the US is very concerned about the Grenadian passport now. They're looking at all of us. They do the thing, all of us getting it now. All of us. So don't come and try to tell the Grenadian people it's not because of CBI and how they're running the CBI. It is. You know that. We know that. All of us know that that is the situation. So don't come and try to give the impression that it have nothing to do with that. It have a lot to do with that. And all you know that for a fact. You all have mismanaged the CBI program. There's a clear conflict of interest in the CBI program due to the fact that both the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the two key people, there's nobody else in the cabinet that has as much to do with CBI as these two individuals. Nobody. The Prime Minister is also the Minister of Home Affairs. He signs off on the citizenship of the individuals. He's the Minister of National Security. The people apply to the Immigration Department to get their passports after they get their citizenship certificates. And the projects that are being done, the developers approach the Minister of Finance, the other CBI agent, in order to get certain things. So don't try to give us the impression that CBI have nothing to do with it. That's a straw man argument. You're all weak on that one. Yeah? It is. There are other things, other major things. You all thought that you could have strung the Trump administration along without any consequences. You all thought that you could have just refused to answer in relation to the radar issue. Instead of being decent and saying, no, we understand what you're trying to do. We'd like to help in another way. But we decide we do not want that here. Because we believe that there are certain other additional threats. That was just money and sleep. Other additional threats that we are worried about, and that is the reason that we don't want it here. But instead of having that discussion, what you all do, you just string them along until they finally went into Venezuela and they stopped taking the boats and thing now, and they take the radar from Tobago and they gone. So they'd have taken it from here and gone by now, but we may not have had that visa bond on us. And it's going to affect a lot of folks, because nobody in the lower income bracket could afford that. To take $13,000, you already have to find how much money, one, for the plane ticket to and from Barbados. You also have to find the money for the visa application itself, and the money to put all your documents together to go to Barbados. Then you have to find the money for transportation in Barbados and for your stay at the guest house or whatever in Barbados. And when you've completed all of that, to still have to find another $13,000 in the lower bracket, or up to $40,000 to give to the US government for them to hold before they decide if they're going to give you a visa. Nobody in the lower income bracket, let me repeat, nobody in the lower income bracket or even the lower middle income bracket here in Grenada has that kind of cash to throw around. They don't have it. You don't have it. The upper income bracket and all might find it hard to take that kind of money and do that. Even those who are in the upper income bracket, you're basically having the destruction of the middle class here in Grenada, you know. There are people who in 2022 were considered middle income, who right now have no income. So they not even in the lower income, you know. They're in the lower income. Yeah, they are none. Lower income. And that is what is taking place here. But you still have people coming to talk nonsense about it's not CBI and it's not this. And don't worry, it's just Trump being Trump. And why you're on the list with a set of people from Africa and these kind of places. You're on the list with those people because those are the people they are concerned about who have been entering the United States in a certain way. And they're seeing these same people utilizing your passport to enter. Hence the reason they have done what they are doing. I see we speak about Nigeria. It's not just Nigerians. It's people from different parts of Africa, people from different parts of Asia and South America and so on. Yeah? But if you're seeing these people popping up with Grenadian passports, and when you ask them questions, they can't even tell you what Maurice Bishop International Airport look like. And they definitely can't tell you what Pearl's Airport look like. They can't tell you what none of the ports of entry in Grenada look like because they've never been here. Yeah? So it is a problem. You see, that is why the new National Party was so careful when it dealt with CBI applications. That's why what used to happen is that they would have it vetted by, for instance, if you're coming from, let's say you've applied from India, they would check with the Indian police to find out if there's any ongoing investigation in relation to you, any questionable actions that have been taking place with you, if there are any criminal cases that you were involved in or are presently involved in or may soon be involved in, because next thing they're investigating, but they didn't do anything yet, so they can't say that they've arrested you or anything before. Yeah? So what the FIU in Grenada used to do is contact those countries and go through that process. Then they would check with Interpol. Yeah? They would check with Interpol to find out if there's any ongoing investigation with you. And check with other bodies like MI5 or 6 or whatever it is in the UK and the FBI in the United States and so on, in Canada, the mounted police and so. They would check with these different entities, with the French, wherever, to see if there is any investigation ongoing in relation to you. You have to have a clean bill of health. But in our case, the Prime Minister does just press a button and sign all the forms. Yeah, that's what's taking place now. Just press a button, sign all the forms. You ain't even verifying if the documentation that came in is correct, is not fraudulent. You're not verifying. You ain't had time for that. Just press a button, sign everything. Yeah? And we sit down and we accept that here in Grenada, like if that is okay and that is normal thing. Yeah? Folks, we'll be right back. Yeah.
To level up your workout game with Follow Me Fitness. Join renowned trainer Lincoln the Goose Jones for an electrifying fitness experience that includes aerobics, exercise, weight training, strength training, and much more. Join the fitness revolution at the Tag Team Netball Court and the Old Trafford playing field every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Unleash your inner strength and groove to the beats of DJ Killer Sound while you sweat it out. Affordable pricing, just $65 per month or $30 per class. For more information, call 410-3711. Don't miss out on this chance to transform your fitness routine. Level up today with Follow Me Fitness.
PNG Enterprise invites you to a fun-filled Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 28, 2026 at Aubrey's Supermarket, Westerhall Point Gap, starting time 12 noon. Kids will love the exciting egg hunt, games, musical chairs, face painting, and sweet treats. Plus, the chance to find golden eggs with cash prizes inside. The egg hunt is just $10, so bring the entire family out for an afternoon of kids fun, laughter, and Easter excitement. For more information, call 473-406-1322 or 473-449-0369. It's the Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 28, 2026 at Aubrey Supermarket, Westerhall Point Gap, 12 noon. Be there.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Get ready to level up your workout game with Follow Me Fitness. Join renowned trainer Lincoln the Goose Jones for an electrifying fitness experience that includes aerobics, exercise, weight training, strength training, and much more. Join the fitness revolution at the Tag-Team Netball Court and the Old Trafford playing field every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Unleash your inner strength and groove to the beats of DJ Killer Sound while you sweat it out. Affordable pricing, just $65 per month or $30 per class. For more information, call 410-3711. Don't miss out on this chance to transform your fitness routine. Level up today with Follow Me Fitness.
All right, and Follow Up Fitness is willing to assist as well. They're going to, some of the sessions, they're going to donate some of what they, because they basically is next to nothing that they're collecting there. So they're going to try and donate out of that towards helping the youngster, but that's in the future. But no, just remember, you could contact me on 421-7279. I'll put you directly in contact with the parents and so, because this is an urgent one. We can't wait until next week for this one. We have to deal with that ASAP. All right, nice, beautiful. All right, folks, we're going to open the phone lines, 14734407377. We are opening the phone lines, so you can call at any point in time. I think I've over everything there. Yeah, at everything. Nice, right, yeah. Yeah, you can call at any point in time. I have a question, though. In August of 2023, the Member of Parliament for South St. George, Andy Williams, I can't blow down the other name for him. Andy Williams went to India. He had a delegation that went to India. When that delegation returned, he said that he had secured funding to the tune of $1 million for Grenada. That's in 2023, 3 years ago, 2023. Afterwards, he said to us that it was no longer 1 million, it was 2 million that has been secured for Grenada to buy equipment to set up. In fact, you know what? I'll take it from me. Listen to him. Yeah, this is during a budget consultation. After he had traveled, this is what he had to say in relation to that.
We have engaged India, and India will be giving us $1 million to in factory equipment.
So let me take that from the start again. Let me take it from the start.
We have engaged India, and India will be giving us $1 million to in factory equipment of our choice, and that is to so that we can add value to our products, and which is what we need. So I just say that we should be encouraging more farming and more people to get involved in farming than less. The other point, we have engaged India, and India is will be giving us $1 million to in factory equipment of our choice, and that is to so that we can add value to our products, and which is what we need. Will be giving us $1 million to in factory equipment of our choice, and that is to so that we can add value to our products, and which is what we need. Will be giving us $1 million to in factory equipment of our choice, and that is to so that we.
So you've heard it there. India was giving us 1 million. So 2023 come and finish. I believe there was a delegation that came from India, came to Grenada. And after that, we have heard nothing about that $1 million again. Except the only thing that we heard again was at a NDC meeting in New York. That is when we heard the following. Yeah, at an NDC meeting, we heard the following.
If you look back in the days of the great Maurice Bishop, there was a time when we had factories, and we were doing our pulps and juices and so. But that was in the 80s. 40 years passed. And it's like we regress instead of progress. So one of our plan is to bring back agro-processing in Grenada. And I am not just saying it. Anyone could say anything, but you need to back it up. So when I went to India 2 months ago, I met with the Indian government, and they pledged to give Grenada $1 million in equipment, any equipment we want, to start our factories. Now, we have better news. When I go back to Grenada, the delegation will be visiting Grenada, and they said, Andy, that 1 million is now 2 million. So we have a chance to really push agro-processing in Grenada. And our dream is not to have it in St. George's, because everything is centered in St. George's. If you look back in the days of the great Maurice Bishop, there was a time when we had factories, and we were doing our pulps and juices and so. But that was in the 80s. 40 years passed. And it's like we regress instead of progress. So one of our plan is to bring back agro-processing in Grenada. And I am not just saying it. Anyone could say anything, but you need to back it up. So when I went to India 2 months ago, I met with the Indian government, and they pledged to give Grenada $1 million in equipment, any equipment we want, to start our factories. Now, we have better news. When I go back to Grenada, the delegation will be visiting Grenada, and they said, Andy, that 1 million is now 2 million. So I met with the Indian government, and they pledged to give Grenada $1 million in equipment, any equipment we want, to start our factories. Now, we have better news. When I go back to Grenada, the delegation will be visiting Grenada, and they said, Andy, that 1 million is now 2 million.
So it's now we say, it's the man say so. Yeah? It's now we say so, it's the man say so. So that's in 2023 speaking there, in both instances. Yet still, when I check the budget documents, there's no accommodation anywhere in the budget document for that. Because if you're receiving that money, even if it's a grant, even if it is a loan, whatever it is, whatever form that money is coming to the government of Grenada, it must be there in the budget. Yeah? It must be accounted for in the budget. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Scott.
How you doing?
Not too bad, sir.
All
And
right.
good night to the Canadian people who is listening in America, England, Canada, or all over the world. I'm listening to you and I'm listening to Mr. Andy. No disrespect. No disrespect. Andy and them tell themselves, sheldon. They tell themselves, Grenadians is stupidity. They tell Andy tell himself we is Baba boy. You understand?
Yeah, that's no, but that's not disrespect. I think that is what
They
these people
tell
believe.
themselves we is Baba boy in Grenada. We don't know nothing. So he could tie up we head, but he could tie up. He could tie up his supporters that crap in. Not Mr. Military Scott. Not me. They're lying too much public people. God is going to expose you all one of these days. With what all are you doing there? He's going to expose you all. I believe in him. Not man. He going to expose you all. Because with all the promises, I don't like to look at them, But sometimes I listen to these people. And in a quiet time, I think of what they say, and you don't see it happening. The people in India that promised him how much? The 2 million?
2 million
or whatever.
US, 2 million US, yeah?
US. They might forget. They forget to give him. They might forget to give him the money. The people in India forget to give him the money. The people in India and the people in India listening. They're listening. Or you have to stop this kind of thing. You have to stop that, or you have to stop that. God don't like these things. You can't tie me up. I don't want to go in no university. I in buying them things that they have done with it and the things they're saying and they do. No election is close by now. I listened to Claudette Joseph tonight. They go have some program to give people work, young people.
No, they know young people won't work.
They have to, it's something she say, but they go go in cabinet and do what they have to do and give young people work. Because the election is close by. They can't tie up my old brain. Hey, what these people might tell them? What they might tell them, Grenadian stupidity? People is Baba boy, or you have to will and come again. And stop that. There's too much intelligent people in this country. Even NDC supporters, they're tired with the lies and the mamagism. They're tired with the lies and the mamagism, Mr. Andy, and your cabinet. All you have to stop this thing. They are not cool. Some people, yes, they're greedy, so they buy anything. I want nothing. Some people, yes. All you have to stop this kind of thing. The young minds, you can't even tie up the young minds. Hey, Grenada have a blessed night.
Yambe.
I stay where I dey. I stay where I dey. I put in my finger. I telling you, I'm big enough to make my decision. Nobody can buy me. I put in my finger. I stick in it there when the time is right. And anybody had to get my vote in Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Masnick, I give in NNP. So help my God.
Of course.
If I name and they call election, they say in December, they're looking at December or when I am going to give NNP my vote. You know why? When I was in a ditch, the NNP supporters take me out there. And today, when I cut a bunch of blow and I going down with that bunch of blow, I could pay me water bill. And I could give somebody a hand. I could give them a 2 green. This is my testimony. Sheldon Scott, put that aside in file. But when I'm dead and gone, you could play it for children to hear. I put in my finger in ink for the NNP government. My God, you hear me? A tire jump ship. And nobody can buy Camille. Nobody. Because I know where I come out, where I was and where it's today. Thank the Almighty God. Dr. Mitchell, God bless you, sir, and your team. And I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying that Almighty God could deliver us from bondage. Have a good night, Grenada.
Good night,
And nobody call my phone. Nobody call my phone after long. Leave me alone in peace. I'm not all you that bunch of hypocrite. Night, Miss B and everybody. All the truth. Yes, Sheldon, good night.
You have a good one. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. That's the lovely Camille. Yeah, folks. That's the lady. And yes, for those of you that pass and drop the little yes, we thank you. Yes? All right. That's one thing, eh? If you pass, anything you drop by Camille, I get a call and I could play it for you, you know. I get in a call within minutes. Maybe all you ain't even leave the terminal yet, just get a call. Sheldon pass. You understand? Yeah. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon Scott.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm working very, very hard.
Nice. You must work hard, man. Go right ahead.
Sheldon Scott, I want to pay my call to the Prime Minister for St. David area. Oh gosh, we begging for the some shit like that Mongozo. And we people beside rolling La Femme. Oh gosh. I'm begging.
Let me ask you this. Say I know La Femme pretty well. Which part of La Femme specifically are asking for that road for?
Okay. Is he coming down by the big corner?
By which big corner?
They when you come on a corner there, and I think your accident take place already. A man died on the ground there.
You're talking about going down to Epping Forest side. You're talking about that end after you come from Country Cold Store and you're going in.
Yes.
So you're talking when you're coming down the hill there, where there was a situation, a vehicle had gone off into the drain there and a child was killed.
Yes.
Oh, that's that area. Okay, I understand what you're talking about now.
You have a church in the whole down right there.
Yeah, they call that area properly on the right hand side. They properly call it Epping Forest, eh?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, big hole there.
Oh.
Oh God!
It's a sharp edge, and that's a back road a lot of people does utilize. And
yes.
I mean, and it have a lot of people living inside there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
In case of accident upon the main, they could drive down and go to Boston beaten.
Yeah.
Appeal to the Prime Minister. Oh gosh. They fix that piece of road inside. In case of modern on the main, they could drive in.
Yeah, because that's why I asked you. I wanted to make sure if it was from the Beaton Lightchet Gap end or if it was from the Epping Forest side or by the country coastal driving side. Right. Okay. So I know where.
Yeah. Appeal for them. If you want to come take a peep, come take a pass over to attack.
I know how bad it was the last time I passed. So if it's worse than that, I understand why you're calling. I know how bad it was the last time I drive through there and how bad that was. So, and that was over a year now. So
Yeah,
it
I
is
sure
still bad. It's
I see I do a piece of road in Mardi Gras now. Oh gosh, they didn't even laugh if I go up Mardi Gras to do a piece of road.
well, we have had people in Mardi Gras getting the road done. No fault in that, But laugh at to get that road fixed too, because it's a by road. It's a road that you could pass to as you mentioned, to break out over in the Beaton light shed.
Beaton Junction. Over Beaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you reach there, you could go down light shed, you go over on the rock, and then you could head over into Wester Hall side, or you could pass down Mango Hole and go down to Red Gate.
Yes.
I used to live there, so I know the area.
In Mongozo.
Yeah.
Mongozo, so yes, I pass the car, I will be piece of road. Let's say kid me child do that piece of road go inside Mongozo. That you have a big hole in the center of the road. Oh gosh, the Prime Minister, we come let into Mongozo too. What is a Mongozo?
Election coming, do rush and fix it, man. Don't worry. Election coming.
Yeah, don't get my vote, Sheldon Scott. Don't get my vote.
You want people fix the road, or you don't want to fix the road?
Sheldon Scott, ain't that coming for election? That was you tell them run and fix, do something. They won't hold me. They will never hold me. God had to forgive me. Don't hold me. So enjoy the rest of the nation and Scott and see the program.
Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, so we're waiting to find out what's going on when it comes to that equipment that Grenada should have received. $2 million US worth of equipment that we could have had here right now for our factory. Yeah? Remember he said it's money for our factory equipment. That is what he said. We play what he say. Because we play in what they say, and you still have NDC people out there going and say we don't know what we're saying. And Mr. Adonis, good night. You still have people going out there and saying we don't know what we're saying and we lying, and so we don't lie here. We don't have to lie. We playing what they say. That is what they say. Baza on that. Before I go to anything else, let me ask you a question now. I want to ask a question. 6 weeks ago I saw this. I want to ask the NDC, because we are roughly 3 hours remaining in March the 20th. Where's the big announcement? Where's the thing? Remember this date? Yeah, we remember the date. Yeah? We know the date. Today is the date. Or they tell us that since the 4th of February, since before independence, or they come and or they pick up the date, March the 20th. So you want to know, well, something, we expected something to happen today. Or they wanted to call the date and all they afraid. Or they wanted to call the date because all they thought all they had NNP where all they were NNP, and all they realized NNP have all they way, NNP want all you instead. One tell you. Big announcement, March 20th. Remember this date, things happening. Anybody could go to your website and see your Facebook page and see it right now. It's there right now. So we're still waiting to find out, because you all didn't even put out a release, nothing for the day today. So where's the things that happening today? What's the big announcement or the big activity or whatever supposed to take place today? What's up with that? You all scared or something? You all afraid? We didn't tell you all do this. You all do that for yourself. Yeah? So what's supposed to be the big announcement? No, but we know, but all you afraid. All you had to recalibrate. Because you realize NNP hang all your jack. All you had to go and recalibrate. Yeah? All you had to go and recalibrate because you realize the new National Party hang all your jack. Yeah? You're looking at the diaspora vote and so on. As I mentioned that, let me play this for you all. As I mentioned the diaspora vote. This is on an interview with the supervisor of election.
Plans, we know that the homecoming is coming for people in the diaspora. Do you have any plans for when persons come home that they'll be able to register if they
Yes,
please.
if they can, right. So my thing is that we have always welcomed persons coming to get registered, all right? As it relates to persons coming back home and so, a lot of times we have some difficulty with that in that they may give you an address of a hotel or you have to be resident here. If persons are, they have gone for a while and they usually visit and they are living where they grew up or, have a permanent address, fine, no problem. As long as we would go through the process and to ensure that they are eligible, and then we would certainly have these persons registered and so on.
So you would go through the process to make sure they're eligible, because what we've been hearing, Mr. Supervisor of Election, is that you have a whole pile of them that for the past 2 years, they started with around the time of the Grenadian 50th anniversary of independence, that start coming down and register, who according to the electoral law, otherwise should not be registered. And if you think we're just making this up, we've been hearing that from your offices, that there are quite a number of people coming from the diaspora and just coming to register. Some people who they're presenting receipt and all kind of thing as though they're living in a particular area, but they're not necessarily from that area. But we understand, Mr. Supervisor, that you have to be careful how you answer that question. Next thing them fellas have asked over your head and them kind of thing. So you understand you have to be careful how you answer that, eh? Nice. Because we listening too, not just them. Yeah.
Plans, we know that the homecoming is coming for people in the diaspora. Do you have any plans for when persons come home that they'll be able to register if they
Yes, if they can, right. So my thing is that we have always welcomed persons coming to get registered, all right? As it relates to persons coming back home and so, a lot of times we have some difficulty with that in that they may give you an address of a hotel or you have to be.
And folks, exactly what the supervisor is being truthful. This has been happening at various constituency offices around there. They go in and they book into a guest house, or they book into an Airbnb and a hotel, or a hotel, and come in and bring in that as their address to register. You can't do that, not according to we'll go over part of the electoral law just now. You can't. It says where you are ordinarily resident, and there is a specification of what ordinarily resident means. Yeah, there's a specification for that. Some of these people have been out of Grenada over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and trying to give the impression they are ordinarily resident in a particular area. And it's happening heavily in St. George. They feel we ain't paying attention. We're paying attention. The list coming out just now. Yeah? Well, you hold on the phone call. We go take the phone calls just now, but hold on the phone calls. Let me go through this. Yeah?
If persons are, they have gone for a while and they usually visit and they are living where they grew up or, have a permanent address, fine, no problem. As long as we
And I don't think any of us would have a problem with that. If you are custom coming, you just come for carnival every year or whatever, you've been on the voters list before you go, and you come and you register where you are custom. We know you're from Shantimel, you go and you register in Shantimel. That is one thing. But you can't be from Shantimel, you grow everything in Shantimel, you go to school in McDonald College, you go back home in Shantimel, you go into MCC and you go back home in Shantimel, and all of a sudden, you go, you travel, you come back, and all of a sudden you want to register in St. John? No, something had to be wrong there. Something definitely wrong there, so the supervisor is being truthful. We have to be very careful with this whole thing. Yeah, we have to be very, very careful with this whole thing. Let me play something else here for you.
Oh, no. I mean, we don't have to pretend, all right? This is the year before election is constitutionally due. It is constitutionally due in June of 2027.
Oh, Mr. Supervisor, Mr. Supervisor of Election, you're wrong. It's not constitutionally due in June of next year. You're far off from that. You need to read the law. The law states that you have up to 3 months after the opening of Parliament. Yeah? 3 months after not the date of the election, 3 months after the opening of Parliament. So the latest that they can constitutionally go with the election is down in November of next year. According to when Parliament, I think Parliament was open, was it July or August or whenever? So they have up until, not October, they have up until November. Yeah, up until November of next year to call. We know they ain't waiting that long. They're looking to call it. If waiting was the bigger now, today they wanted to call it, but they couldn't call it. And somehow they ain't go and register and thing yet. Today they wanted to call it, but they realized NNP would hang their jack. So they had to back. Yeah, they had to back.
The year before election is constitutionally due. Mm-hmm. It is constitutionally due in June of 2027. The whole process of getting ready for elections has already started. There are persons who are campaigning, the vibes start.
Heat up.
So my thing is that I'm encouraging persons to come out and get registered. Mm-hmm. Come out and get registered. Come out and get your ID card. One of the things that I ensure is that when they come to register, I try to approve those cards within the same week or the same day. Mm-hmm. Okay? So by the end of the week or the following week, you should be able to have your ID, your voter's ID in your hand. Right? We don't waste time. We had some issues, okay? We have had a system that has been giving us some trouble. Earlier this year, there was some issue again.
Mr. Supervisor of Election, you need to know that in Carriacou for the last 3 weeks, the system given trouble. But we want to know, because we know that there's an attempt to Amanda Jack the process in Carriacou. We want to know if people still getting registered, and there's only some people being told that the system, I know why I'm asking, and only some people being told that the system down in Carriacou. Because we are hearing for 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I got a call this week, 3 weeks, the registration system in Carriacou is down. We see no allocation in the national budget for the replacement of the electoral system. They want to go with the system how it is now, where every now and again they could say it's shut down, and by the time it come back on, you have about 50 of their people named to enter into the system. Immediately, boom, 50. And then NNP and other people trying to fight to get a name or two onto the list. Yeah? So I'm saying for 3 weeks in Carriacou, they can't register nobody. That's what we're hearing. What are you all doing about that? Have you all made it plain to the government that they need to change the system ASAP? You can't have a registration system continually crashing. An outdated system that the company that created the system don't even exist again.
There was a minor, and I would say very minor breakdown. We were able to resolve that within a day and get the system back up and running before the end of the week. All right, having done all the tests and so to ensure it functions well. So we are asking persons to come and get registered. Come and get registered.
So Carriacou people can come and get registered too, or they're not Grenadians? They don't have the same rights as the rest of us. Petit Martinique people too.
Last minute. I know Grenadians are sort of people. We like to wait on the last minute. So you may find long lines the night before registration is closed. No. Come and get registered when the lines are not there, when persons are available.
Yeah, if they call it today, you'd see us at all you on Monday rushing. Yeah? Set all you would have been there Monday rushing. Oh gosh, I didn't register and I didn't check the list and I didn't think. Check it this weekend. All you get away by the skin, all your teeth. They wanted to call it, but they couldn't call it. Yeah?
I want to also apologize to the general public. There are sometimes when offices are closed and they are closed for various reasons. We had some closure of offices simply because our service provider, the internet and so in the entire area was shut down.
Okay.
We have had some of our officers fallen sick and had to be hospitalized, and because of that, the office might be closed for a day or two until we get a replacement. And we have been trying our very best to ensure that those offices remain open by providing replacement persons to come and continue to work.
And folks, let me just say, saying that there's no internet and that is why you have to close the office, I'm buying that one. The main reason is that when you go to register, they scan your documents. So your documents can be on a drive at the Parliamentary Electoral Office there, isn't it? It doesn't have to immediately go to the electoral office. It could be on a hard drive of a computer or an external encrypted drive at the office there. There's no reason for it to have to be emailed directly one time to the main office. Secondly, they take your picture, same thing. They scan your other same thing. Yeah? So to make people pay bus, sometimes 2 bus, sometimes 3, to go and register, and when they reach there, you say it closed because the internet down is not an excuse. It is not an excuse, and anybody that's thinking would know that is not a valid excuse. That the internet is down and therefore you cannot take the person's information and transmit that information when the service is up. That is discouraging a person from having their constitutional rights enforced. Madness.
Let me say that our job is to get persons registered, right? First and foremost, before elections and so on.
Just remember, this is the same people that close the office for a day, take away an extra day for where you could have make a complaint against the last list. They decided that they would have gone and had a retreat during that period. All now they could have their retreat, but no, they chose to have the retreat during the period of time when you had to make your concerns known in relation to the list, taking away from you a whole day where you could have do it and they never add back a day. These are the same people that did that. Yeah?
Our desire is to ensure that persons are registered. Right? That's the kind of service that we offer to the general public. And I take it very, very seriously. Okay? So
you taking it very seriously, but the people who holding the purse ain't taking it seriously because they would have fixed the electoral system already, innit? They would have fixed it because the NNP already had things in place. And I see a few of you calling. Hold on, I'll say when I open the phone lines again. We're not opening the phone lines right now. Yeah? Let me play this one for you all.
Do an addendum. And that addendum is the names of persons who you would have added. So, for example, that's 670 names that we have added. The March isn't finished yet. So at the end of March, we are going to publish an addendum to the list, an addition to the consolidated list. In some cases, we remove names of persons that would have died.
Okay.
All right, and that again is a very important process. Now, we are saying to the general public that you need to go and check. So you could inform us. Now, we get information coming from births and deaths, and we can only remove those names when we get names officially from births and deaths saying this person died, so this person's name has to be removed. All right, the public has to help us. All right, so when we publish that, there is a week where we would accept objections. All right, so you might see a name there and say, but hello, this person died last year. You understand? Now, there are some, let me also say that the list, you would always find dead persons on the list. Okay? Until we get those names coming from births and deaths, there's nothing that we could do. Right? So when we get the objections, which we would welcome.
So he's saying here that the only time they can remove those names from on the voters list is when they get a list of the people that die from births and deaths. So I don't know if they just get regular lists because there are still people who died 3 and 4 years ago on the list. Still, no. So it's either births and deaths ain't doing the job or the electoral office ain't doing the job, but somebody need to do their job. And yes, we understand you'll always have people who have died on the electoral list. There are people who have died, unfortunately so, this week, and the name on the electoral list. And if the list comes out, or when the list comes out at the end of this month, you would realize that those people's name on the list, it hasn't been removed. Yeah? Because they died this week. There may be people that died 2 days before the list come out. So yes, he's correct. You'll always have people who have died on the list. But to have people that died 4 and 5 years ago, people that other people have said, they send in information, these names need to come off. And they are still popping up on the list. And in one instance, there are people who said, hey, we report these names already. They came off the list. And now we're seeing them back on the list again of people who have died. So what is really going on? Where is the problem? Is the problem at births and deaths? Are they not keeping proper records or passing on proper records to the electoral office? Or are they passing on the information to the electoral office, but there's a laissez-faire attitude in relation to the removal of these people? Which is it?
And we go through and we ensure that the objections that you raise are valid. And when those objections are valid, then we move to remove the person's name. Okay? So, that process sometimes a little bit, not tedious, but it's a little bit technical because besides death, there are persons who might have registered and you figure that they should not have registered. Right? We have to go and check it out. We have to verify that person should be on the list.
Okay.
All right? So the objections are welcomed, and we do what we can every quarter based on when we get our names coming from births and deaths. We do what we have to do to ensure that the list is sanitized, so to speak. Is cleaned of the persons that should not be there.
Okay.
So the question I have here is, how often do they get those names from births and deaths? Because I know, all of us know, if we go on the list now, we could point out people who died in 2023. You might even find people who died in 2022. That's still on the list right now. So how often? Is it once every 4 years they're getting a list from births and deaths? Or are they getting it every quarter? And how is it processed? What is the problem there? Yeah? And there's one final one I'll play before I open the phone lines. And this one is a sort of interesting one, and I'll tell you why when I've finished playing it, yeah?
And persons figure that, okay, because my grandfather was Grenadian, I have the right to vote. Right? And they figure that right is automatic, or I have the right to just get on the list. Okay? What I would advise persons in that situation is that, you need to bring some proof that this was your grandfather or this was your parents.
Boss, it cannot bring proof that was your grandfather. You cannot gain citizenship through your grandfather. According to the Constitution of Grenada, you can only gain citizenship through your parents. So if one of your parents, it don't have to be two of them, it could be your mother or your father, is a Grenadian, yeah, you can gain citizenship through your parent. But you can't gain it through your grandparents. Then you have to go through the process and all kind of thing to try and get citizenship, a citizenship certificate and all this kind of thing. But if you get it through your parents, you don't even need a citizenship certificate. If everything is clear and you know straight up, yes, this is the son of so and so, you don't need no citizenship certificate. There's no legislation that says that you do. But you can't be telling them go and clarify for they cannot gain citizenship through their grandfather. In fact, in 2016, there was an act that was put in place to give citizenship through descent to people to grandchildren. of Grenadians, but it was done in a specific way. It was done so that the citizenship can be granted if the person is in service of the state of Grenada. So it's not automatic that all grandchildren of Grenadians automatically get Grenadian citizenship. No, it is the children. So your mother, your father was born in Grenada, in the state of Grenada. No matter where you are born, on the International Space Station, on the far side of the moon, wherever, you are a Grenadian citizen. Yeah? That does not carry over to grandparents. There is no law that says that except for the 2016, and that is done because, for instance, that was used in the instance of, for instance, you have people who want to represent Grenada at the Olympic Games and so on. But they don't qualify because their parents, they don't qualify as citizens because their parents were not the Grenadian citizens. Their parents were the Grenadian citizens. So that law was put in place so that on the discretion of the minister, that would be the Home Affairs Minister, that person can be granted citizenship. And that's back to, yeah, it was 2016, I believe. That 2016, 2017. I'll find it in a while. So you can't be telling people if they believe their grandparent. No, you can't be saying that, sir. That is incorrect information. No. Read your law.
Certificate. And in situations where that cannot be proven, you would have to get a citizenship certificate. Okay. All right, claiming your lineage, how you attain citizenship. The easiest way is to get a citizenship certificate, especially if you are a foreigner.
And where can they get those?
The citizenship certificates are issued in the Prime Minister's office.
Okay.
All right.
Right. So the citizenship certificates are issued in the Prime Minister's office. All right. So you understand that. Right? But it is not automatic because according to the law, it has to be that the person is in service of the state of Grenada. And let me see. Yes, I was correct. It's the 2016. And right. Yeah. So this is the act, the law from the year 2016. Yeah. And it amends the Citizenship Act, and we'll get to the Citizenship Act in a short while. Right? So registration of descendants of citizens of Grenada, descendants, right? Upon application made to the minister in the prescribed manner, the minister may cause any person of full age and capacity who was born outside of Grenada to parents who were at no time citizens of Grenada to be registered as a citizen if the minister is satisfied that the person has a grandparent. That the minister is satisfied that the person has a grandparent who was a citizen of Grenada. Also that he or she is of good character. You can't have no criminal record and all kind of thing and you will get through. That he or she intends, if registered, to be or continue to be in service of the state of Grenada. So it is for people who might want to be, you may have somebody that's out there that they're in athletics, but their parents were not the Grenadians. Their parents were born, let's say, in Canada, but their grandparents were born here, and they want to use that connection to represent Grenada. This is what they would use to become a citizen of Grenada, to be able to go out there and represent Grenada. Yeah? A person shall not be registered under subsection 1 unless he or she takes the oath of allegiance. So they have to take an oath of allegiance to Grenada. Right? Citizenship granted under this shall be subject to the grounds of deprivation set out in section 9 and other such grounds as the minister may, so in other words, they could take it back from you. And they could make a law to take it back from you. Right? A person married to such a person does not gain or is not entitled to Grenadian citizenship. So you want to represent Grenada, you come and you get Grenadian citizenship as the grandchild of a Grenadian citizen. Your wife doesn't automatically become a Grenadian citizen and is not entitled to become one because you have been given that, because you are the individual who is providing a service to the state of Grenada. Yeah? You are the person who is providing a service to the state of Grenada. So to go telling people if their grandparents, this is the only way the grandparents, this is the only way that their grandparents could be Grenadian and they can. So I wonder what's going on now. If there are people who are gaining citizenship now, who otherwise should not have gotten citizenship, I'm kind of worried there. Supervisor, you have me kind of worried there. You can't be saying, no, that is not it, bro. That is not it, definitely not it.
And persons figure that, okay, because my grandfather was Grenadian, I have the right to vote. Mm-hmm. Right? And they figure that right is automatic, or I have the right to just get on the list. Mm-hmm. Okay? What I would advise persons in that situation is that, you need to bring some proof that this was your grandfather, or this was... You
don't have to bring no proof it was your grandfather. They don't qualify. They do not qualify. So they don't have to bring no proof that that was their grandfather. And if that is being done, those persons need to be struck from the list. The phone lines are open. If that is being done, yes, phone lines are open now. Okay, I saw several of you trying to call. Their names need to be struck from the list if that is what is taking place there. Yeah? What qualifies a person as a citizen of Grenada? You can qualify through the fact that you're born in Grenada. You can qualify if you are the child of a person born in Grenada. You can qualify through CBI, CBI program. You can become a citizen of Grenada, but not if your grandparent was a Grenadian. No, and if that is being done, it is illegal. If that is being done now, it is illegal. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, brother Sheldon. How are you doing?
I'm quite fine. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Sheldon, I was listening to Mr. Supervisor election. And Sheldon, I know we submitted names of dead people. I will say we submitted about 15 or 18 names. They might take out some coming out, but some names still coming back that we submitted. And I know you have people that die more than 6 and 7 years. The name still there. I am people that might die about 4 or 5 months, and the name came out. But the people who die long before, the people who might die about 2 months, the name still be on the voters list. And Sheldon, I want to say again to the supervisor election, when you come in again, you have to have the facts straight, so the people who understand what you're saying. And I always say, if you don't know, read the laws of how people have to vote. All right? And stop misleading people. Because it's important, as the supervisor is speaking truth, I know exactly what I come in and say. Because I would say, based on what he's saying, you have people frightened. You have people frightened.
Because you cannot be registering people whose grandparents are citizens,
exactly.
Were citizens of Grenada, without their parents being citizens of Grenada. If their parents were born here,
exactly.
Is one thing, but you cannot gain citizenship through your grandparent unless it is through the 2016 Act that I just showed there. If it is through that, that is one thing. But that has to go through the minister. You have to be in service to the state of Grenada and that sort of thing. Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And shall again, no, I do believe it. I listened to the Prime Minister where he said that, okay, it was time to sit and go through all the lists, all the people who make applying for Grenada passport. Sheldon, that is a disaster. When you have people from all different countries, one Grenada passport, when the American government hearing that and you see what you say in that time, you know what they're saying? That if you had time, that means a lot of people, criminals, could come through. Because you have to have time and put in the play to scrutinize everyone who dare to want to get Grenada citizenship. You have to do that. And you have to make time. So how you don't have time? But just pressing about everything signing, children. When I look at it, I listen what the Prime Minister said. The Prime Minister bring more problem and more hardship upon people going to Carriacou and Peter Mantic. You are the Minister of National Security. You have to go through the procedure and the right procedure. See, you don't take your time and scrutinize and analyze because it's not hard. Like you say, somebody in Canada want to want a Grenada passport. You have the link from Grenada to Canada. You could get information about the person. But when people lazy and they don't have time to sit down and to do the work, you have a lot of things will creep through the system. But Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Yes, 14734407377. That is the number you can call to get onto the inside of tonight's program. I know a few of you were trying to call earlier. You can give a call now. So, yeah, nice. And I think we have one of those callers on the line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Shalom, good night.
Hi, good night. You're
Mr.
live. Yeah.
Mr. Naye, I want to find out, okay, my son taking 18 years on June the 17th.
Yeah.
I want to know if he could able to go and register right now.
No. He has to wait until he crossed the birthday. We ain't doing illegal thing. We're making sure when is the time he could go and register the day of his birthday. Yeah, but he cannot register before. He has to wait until the day of his birthday he could go and register. Alright?
Okay. Because I hear a lot of people telling me he could go now and register. But I tell them no.
I hear
you not
no,
so.
you see, I'm glad you called because you hear this, you see the same thing you hear? I hearing that too. That they're telling some of these 17-year-olds they could go and register still. No. The law does not allow for them to be registered until they've achieved the age of 18. I'm glad that you call because I'm hearing that when I go in tongue, certain people telling me that too. Certain people call and tell me that too. They're hearing that 17-year-olds being told, yeah, you could go and register, man. Go, you could register. So you have to follow up on that. Yeah? Because
okay. And Sheldon is still...
Go ahead.
I still waiting on the government because behind more is in our state.
But
and the next hurricane season coming up.
Government, we? Papa, you. But no, I know the situation and they came and they looked at it and everything. They did nothing at all.
They don't do anything. They said they will not do anything because we're not for them.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's your money that they're using to fix it anyway. It's your money they're using to deal with the issue. Because if they do not address that situation, the house is going to end up over the cliff into the sea.
Yes, and it's me with a problem because I have kids in the house.
And not just children, you have differently able children in the house.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll follow up on that with you, my dear. You know my number.
Because they don't do anything. They only just talking and doing a part of stupidness.
Mm-hmm. No, we can't continue to let that go on like that. No. I think I'll send Mr. Joseph to take a look at it too. Maybe when he go, they will run after. Alright?
Well, I need him to come and look at it, Janet.
Okay.
Soon as possible.
I'll speak to Dr. Joseph, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, my dear. Thank you. 147344073. No, that's a serious situation. Now, if you see the land is disappearing to the back of the house there, and it could end up, they could end up in some serious problems. We've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, Sheldon, good night.
Good night. How are you doing?
It's a long time I've been called. Hello, Sheldon, good night.
I think I'm making out the voice there.
Right. One situation with Mount Sinai. I wonder if they are aware that now also have a pump section, because first time I didn't really realize where they was putting this Mount Sinai place. But now also have a 2 pump station in the back of this building, and the pipe right where they're excavating and where they're preparing to excavate, there is a big 10-inch pipe under there. I wonder if they are aware of that.
Well, if they're not aware, they could be aware now because we know they're listening to this program every single night.
And this is the water what this is the system who does bring water all the way to St. David and all the way to Woman on a big tank.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a dry season and a need a backup, that when I use that pump. That is it come like an emergency or a standby pump. And right there today I passed there, I went up Red Gate and I realized because I see it was clear, the area was clear for a while. But it's only today I realized they start fencing around the area, like putting the protection for the galvanizer whatsoever for construction purposes. And I realized it's there. And just recently we had do some work there, we had run some pipe, repair a pipe there. So I don't know if they are aware of that. Maybe they just see the land and they be tell themselves they don't do no survey or nothing like that.
You're saying that though, but there's a bigger issue than that as well. Than them just rupturing the pipe. You could fix the pipe if it ruptured. But if you're going to put a facility the size of the facility they're saying they're going to put there, then it's going to tap into that water source that you just explained is the line that runs for St. David and for Woburn and so on. That is going to suck up a lot of that water into what they're doing there. So what is the upgrade that they have planned to deal with that particular issue for that area? Because remember they're talking about doing, apart from the medical place, hotel and all kind of thing, you need water in it. You can't just say simply rainwater alone. You need water for that.
Yeah, actually, to me, like they're doing on the both sides of the river. So the river will be separating. I don't know how they're doing it. They're doing it on the both sides of the river because that's where they're clearing. And this river is a river always flooding. That river always flooding. You understand? So I don't know if it's money they're going to be wasting. I don't know what they're going to be doing because when you hear rain season, you have so much a bamboo tree high up the road. When that thing block up that river, is a set of mess that will take place.
What
I don't know. I usually government.
What I can tell you is that a lot of money spent already. And there are some people who probably even sitting in the cabinet that have already benefited.
Watch, I don't know really where. And just a few blocks from there, down in Coveville Junction. Coveville Junction. The government do a bridge going to a neighborhood. And they just put the concrete slab on both sides of the road. They think it and they never come back and repair it to say whether they do the bridge. And I have to I say what I want is going to call Jenny Simon because I don't think she aware of that one. You understand? Because this bridge was there and people had to pass wrong, walk wrong to go in the house. They had two bridges because a big thing like a river. They must have us put this thing in, right? They have one on top which is overflow, and they do the next one in the bottom. They clear the both sides of the wall, put stone wall, and they leave it just like that. They just leave the bridge so people can't pass that area at all. Sheldon, I will take out a picture of it and send it for you to know what I'm talking about. But most time when I send picture on WhatsApp, I don't you doesn't give a reply. I don't know if he doesn't come. I don't know what
WhatsApp,
what I have to do.
Which WhatsApp do you send it on? This one?
Yeah.
Oh no, you see, this WhatsApp is a WhatsApp usually I only get to check when I'm in studio or when I'm doing the program. For certain reasons, I don't leave the machine in a on state where I can check it. But what I can tell you do, 421-7279, you send it there, I'll get it. 421
Okay.
421-7279.
Just let me mark it down because again, all and I just forget a lot.
Young fella like you, I understand you.
Hey, shall I be careful? I am in 50s going away.
That is young. These days.
Just retiring.
Old these days is when you're in your 80s. That is when you're old. Anything before that, you're young still. Yeah. So 421
Yeah, hold on. 4, 2, 1,
72, 79.
72,
79.
79. Okay, Sheldon, I will put it in and well, yeah. So there's a lot of things taking place in this country. I don't understand what really going on.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
All right.
So, you have a good night, sir.
All right, my brother. You have a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, so that's interesting because if you are going to have such a facility, you are going to utilize a hell of a lot of water. A hell of a lot of water, which means that the water network in that area is going to have to be upgraded significantly. Otherwise, people in Wester Hall and all this, you ain't getting no water. All up Monjalu, you ain't getting no water. That's sucking everything. Yes, so you see, they say these things and we building this and we building that, but they don't tell you what's involved in it. Yeah, they don't tell you the different components that are involved in it. Even if they do rainwater harvesting, they will have to take water out of the mains. They will have to do that. And if there's a 10-inch passing there, that's feeding St. David and feeding down Woburn, Woodlands, them areas down there as well, you would need to upgrade the system significantly in that area before you complete any project up there to say that you're going to have a hotel, so people bathing, pool, all kind of thing up there. Then the facility itself, the constant hand washing and all of that have to go on. That you can't just say, we'll catch rainwater and just use the rainwater. No. Yet there's going to have to be a serious strategy. And you see, that is where you're supposed to have the MIT, the people who tell us they get $1 million, then they tell us they get $2 million, and we ain't see not a cent. We ain't see the money, we ain't see the equipment, we ain't see nothing up to now. That is where MIT is supposed to come in, because they are supposed to work along with NOASA and the people who are doing the project, and bring in Grenlec and bring in the phone company, and all of them bring them together and say, hey, this is the project, what are we going to need, what upgrades are going to have to be done to your system in that vicinity, so that it doesn't end up affecting the people who've been living there 30, 40 years. They have their house and now they can't get water because that's sucking in all the water, or the electricity supply becomes topsy-turvy because of the amount that that area is taking. And so all of that has to be taken into consideration, but no, it's just, oh, we get the funding, we're doing it. Because they feel now, if they say they're doing that, and elections come, that you're going to vote for them because you go say, wow, they're billing thing. You ain't see thing billing? You think they're actually going, they're now talking about doing the plans and so forth thing. You think they're actually going and bill anything? They're going and turn sod. To start to do a look at thing they call elections and then say, you ain't see we billing the hospital. No, you're not billing the hospital. If you're still now looking to go and do drawings and all kind of thing of what it's supposed to look like, you have your artistic impression, but you don't have your electricity grid plan, you don't have your plumbing plan, you don't have any of these things. You're not sure how you're going to deal with the problem of the water in that area because the area does flood. You're not sure how you're going to deal with all of those areas and upgrade to the road network and so to and from that area to ensure proper egress and regress out of that area. None of that. But you're going and turn sod. Go and turn sod. Political activity. That is all it is. A political activity. A time for all NDC to come out and cheer and say, yeah, we turn the sod. Yeah? This project Polaris thing seriously needs to be revisited. It's not as easy as they're giving you the impression it is. And they're setting it up like that because they know they're going out of office and then they go on to come and blame NNP and say NNP ain't do this and NNP ain't do that and the hospital should have this and the hospital should have that, when they know right now that they can't do it. Anyway, folks, I just wanted to dive back on the issue for a little while. On the issue here that I raised relation to grandparents and people being registered to vote, and so I just want to go back to that. Now, this is the Constitution of Grenada. This document here is the Constitution. Let me just go to the top so you can see. It's the Grenada Constitution. Yeah? So, within the Constitution, there's a section that deals with citizenship. Right? So you know the laws in relation to citizenship. It's right here. Right? Persons who became citizens on the 7th of February 1974. That's every person who having been born in Grenada is on 6th of February 1974. A citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies shall become a citizen of Grenada on the 7th of February 1974. Because before independence, we were British citizens. When we became independent, we became Grenadian citizens. So every person who was born in Grenada, as of that date, you became a Grenadian citizen. Every person who, on 6th of February, the day before, is a citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies, having become such a citizen under the British Nationality Act 1948 by virtue of his or her having been naturalized in Grenada as a British subject before that act came into force, or having become such a citizen by virtue of his or her having been naturalized or registered in Grenada under this act, shall become a citizen of Grenada on the 7th of February 1974. Right. Every person who having been born outside Grenada is on 6th February 1974 a citizen of the United Kingdom and colonies shall, if his or her father or mother becomes or would have, but for his or her death, become a citizen of Grenada by virtue of subsection 1 and 2 of this section, become a citizen of Grenada on the 7th of February 1974. So, even if you were born outside of Grenada, but your parents were born in Grenada, then you become a citizen of Grenada. Right? That's section 94. Section 95, and I can't believe somebody would call me there now. Joke you're making. Yeah. If any person who before 7th of February 1974 has been married to a person who becomes a citizen of Grenada by virtue of section 94 of the Constitution, who having died before the date would, but for his or her death, have become a citizen of Grenada. But in other words, if you were married to a person, they died, but that person would have become a Grenadian citizen on Independence Day 1974, you could become a Grenadian citizen as well. Alright? But even more important, and let's just skip section 96, you know, if you're born in Grenada, on or after the 7th of February 1974, you're a Grenadian citizen. But section 97 of the Constitution of Grenada, it speaks to persons born outside Grenada on or after the 7th of February 1974. It speaks to that. And it says here, a person born outside Grenada on or after 7th of February shall become a citizen of Grenada at the date of his or her birth, if at that date his or her father or his or her mother is a citizen of Grenada otherwise than by virtue of this section or section 94.3 of this Constitution. In other words, it didn't say grandmother. It didn't say grandfather. It says his or her mother or father. Not grandmother, grandfather, great-grandmother, parent. No. It says father or his or her mother. So when I hear the supervisor talking about grandparents, I worried. Because Mr. Supervisor, you have to double check, and if any of them get this thing through their grandparents, unless these people are holding a Grenadian citizenship certificate, these people have to come off the list, you know. Whether it's 300-400 of them, because we know a lot of people been encouraged to come from the diaspora and come and register. We know. It has been happening a couple years now. That's why they tried to bamboozle the diaspora. That's why they went out there and tell them, we had 1 million, but now they say 2 million US. That's why they went out there. We don't have them get equipment and they're holding it for when they lose to go and open the factory. But the Grenadian people ain't get our equipment and we have no factory. Yeah? The Indians did come down. From what I know, they did come down. But we have no factory. So just, Mr. Supervisor of Election, please double check. Yeah? Double check. Did I feel what? There was a earthquake or something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel no earthquake. I saw earthquake for myself. I'm a whole earthquake for myself. Me, I feel nothing. Yeah? So, whether or not you need to look at section 97. It is very clear. There's no ambiguity there. It says a person born outside Grenada on or after the 7th of February. And let me just bring it back here. Yeah, on. The Constitution is clear. It does not say grandparents here. And it says shall become. It didn't say might become or anything. His or her father or his or her mother. His or her father. His or her mother. I ain't see grandparents no way in that. It's not that we don't love them. But if they're doing things, it has to be done properly. And it cannot go against the Constitution. Yeah? It cannot go against the Constitution of Grenada. Yeah? So we open the phone lines. We continue to have the phone lines open for the final few minutes of tonight's program. That's 1473-440-7377. You can call us on the WhatsApp. Yeah? 1473-440-7377. You can call us on the WhatsApp. But folks, before I run out of time, I want to remind you all again of some of the activities for this weekend. You know why they didn't call it? They should have go and look out for the 20th of Well, we'll be on the 20th of March. Only have roughly 2 hours. Where's the announcement? Let me check the NDC page and see if they have an announcement now, boy. Let me go. Yeah, let me go and check the NDC page. There is thing there. I mean, I can't reach there. Come now. I'm to you. Hey. Internet going down on my thing here just so, you know. Bon J. Just so I can get on that there, yeah. Trying to see if we can see the page. Want to know if anything come up there. We have a caller online. Let's take the caller. Hello, good night.
Sheldon,
Hi, my dear.
these people are not in care. If all these issues going on with NLA, they still have Cindy Henry giving out medal. And they still have Andy shaking with you on hand. What to expect? These people and them don't care nothing.
You see, power is in their hands for a period of time. They don't understand it's for a period of time, eh? They believe it is forever. But they don't understand the real power lies in the hands of the Grenadian people. When they're ready, they give it to who they want to give it to, and they take it from who they want to take it to. The New National Party understands that. I hope them understand it too, because some of them operating like if they go be in power forever. Yeah? Every single day that passes, every single sun that sets, is one less day of the NDC in office here in Grenada. Every single day that passes. One less day. Not one more day that they have. That is one day less for the NDC. Is they're going. And they must go. They will go. And they have to go. They have no choice in the matter. They must go. Yeah? So folks, let me just remind you quickly of these events before I run out of time tonight. Remember the basketball competition taking place at the Granads Hard Court. That's tomorrow from 6:30 p.m. Contact Mr. Gary Chance, 421-0128, 449-0128. All right, that's the Mr. Christopher Diali, along with Absolute Basketball. They're having the Road to Glory and over $8,500 in prizes. Remember the New National Party, the Youth Arm, they're heading to church this Sunday at Agape Ministries in River Road, starting from 10 a.m. So, looking forward to seeing you all there. And St. David's Small Goal Soccer Tournament, that is taking place on Sunday. The opening is taking place on Sunday at 2 p.m. at the La Sagesse playing field. It's open to teams from all polling divisions. 7-on-7, registration fee only $50. And the first prize, $2,000. Second prize, $1,500. Third prize, $1,000. You can call 449-9707. This is being put on by Mrs. Nolene Thompson, the New National Party candidate for St. David. So looking forward to seeing you all up there. I must hit one of the activities over the weekend, man. I had to at least try and make it to one of the activities over the weekend. I think I missed a call there. Call back. Or not paid proper. Call back. Nice, yeah. 14734407377 3. I nearly give the overseas number there. Yeah, nearly give it there. We have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hey, Fadu, what's up?
Yeah, I know how to jump out, but couple quick things. I stand corrected too, yeah. Wasn't there an initiative or mention of a situation for some coconut trees replanting by the same man from the south?
I've been hearing about that. I need to look and find that because I can't remember the exact thing in relation. Because initially, you know, sometimes there's the what they call the Mandela effect.
Yes.
To me, there was a bit of the Mandela effect in relation to this money from India and coconuts.
Okay.
So everybody was remembering the money was supposed to be for coconuts, but the coconuts, I believe, is something separate. Even me was saying it here. There is money for the coconuts, but it was not in relation to coconuts.
Okay,
so specific to equipment, and that's the Mandela effect.
So let's address that Mandela effect. These people are actively changing the narratives, bro. So it's not really a Mandela effect if they erase and recalibrate and then reinstate some different information.
Certain things disappearing online, we know that.
Okay. Okay, so they're changing the narrative. It's like a cleanup campaign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cleanup campaign that's going on there right now. The same thing with the coconut trees, as I say. So we talk about the pledge for the 1 million and then the second million. We also have the decor money for Carriacou, so PM, also PM. We don't know about that. We have no information about that. I'm still waiting on the bridges, bruv. The roads and them is kapoof.
What's the bridges? You're waiting on the bridges. The bridges supposed to be here, brother. You hear the bridges here, and all they had to do was put the thing to hook up the bridge.
You know more about them bridge there. Remember, you have Sky Bridge too. You know, like people from foreign call them about some first Sky Bridge. You know.
Boy, maybe I'm dental bridge.
Yeah, some Sky Bridge too. You get me? So I'm still waiting on that.
Bros, maybe a dental bridge they have.
Yeah, it's just too much. These guys are just ridiculous.
The sky, not the sky. I know what you're talking about, but not Sky Bridge. The Sky Bridges are the one on the airport. They are there. But you're talking You're talking about the ones over the highway.
Yes, the flyovers,
Not Sky Bridges.
Well, they had it as a Sky Bridge because what they say, remember, it was for the north of the island. And more or less, they were suggesting that they're connecting the north of the island to the Sister Isles.
Oh yeah, but
commentary to Kick and Jimmy. They had it on
I don't know.
They had a 3D projection where they were showing the port and the new port development and all of that.
That is madness.
That's since last year, fam.
Who's gonna put a thing over active volcano? But anyhow,
that's ridiculous.
I know there was the talk of a walkover, like by from CK's. Is it CK's? Over to the other side to do a walkover, so people go up and they walk over to go on the other side, and the funding was sourced for that and all kind of thing. There are a lot of lies were told to the Grenadian people. There are a lot of lies.
Lies is an understatement right now.
They could say what they want about me. They can't say I just come here and lie.
True.
They cannot say anybody that's been honest to themselves and know that they have to go and meet the maker when they close their eyes cannot come and say I just be lying on this program. They know very well that what I'm saying is the truth, and I can prove things when I say it.
Father, the reality is what you speaking about is stuff that they say and is contradicting.
Yeah.
It's no opinions. The truth don't lie is right there. The information is right there.
Yeah.
You get me? It's not like you saying it and like you said your opinion about something. They said this that time and they said something else another time. It's simple. They're saying it. Nobody else is saying it. So whoever wanna say it's AI. This is ridiculous.
That's where they reach to now. They're trying to claim everything you put out is that is AI. Nonsense.
Well, they had some events before that they talk about it was AI and nothing so. But just before I know time.
But what I'll say is this Fadu. Nah, don't worry, man. Don't worry about the time. I ain't not to travel to go home.
Alright, so let's go on.
When they're talking about AI, if I, Sheldon Scott, come on this program and lie on you and put up anything that is AI, take me to court. That's all. That's all. You have,
100.
you have your. If anything I put out is AI.
100 defamation of character, right?
Take me to
yes,
court.
yes. I agree. I agree. 100% agree. Quick thought. When the last hurricane that went to Jamaica, right? Hurricane Beryl. Do you know there was a scandal? I wouldn't say a scandal, but there was some suggestive thought that so long about that. They were saying, coincidentally, the place where Beryl did the most damage is a place that's designated to build a smart city. You heard about that?
No.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on. I'm wondering if this so-called hospital, the new hospital facilities and whatever, is an attempt to create a smart city. Now, it might seem kind of off, but the reason why I'm asking that, I remember again, I'm going to bring this up again. I remember just around Doyle, the guy from Carriacou, the minister from Carriacou, said that he got a Skylink phone and he was talking to Trump and Elon Musk, I think, something like that, right? Now, the events that happened and trickle along after that, now granted, they haven't been professional, granted, they haven't been diplomatic. There's a couple events that roll off after that. Now, I'm paying attention to the houses that they had and the reason why they held back the houses. Now, directly after that, they had a situation where they was told to take people, deportees. I won't say deportees, but you know what the term I'm using or looking for.
Yeah.
The people to send back. So everybody was more or less suggesting, well, seems like those are the houses they're going to use for those individuals. Now, it would play in the mindset, okay, well, if you're holding back the houses and giving the locals, you might have known about something to come. Because it's like what you say, an assembly.
Like insider trading,
Well, I mean, we already know about that. The thing is, every facet of the legal social structure that we have here is being compromised, down to the churches. Now, a lot of people mightn't say this because they don't want to lose their reverence, but we know some of these so-called pastors and preachers and stuff been, they get greased down now.
Grease it down.
And they grease it down. They get greased down, man. They get greased down a lot. So you could see that, as I say, everything seems compromised. There's nothing you can really have faith in. But what I do realize, there are other facets or different other entities making plays in Grenada within the dysfunction that's happening. Yeah, right? Because like wars and things, people that's benefit off of that. Destruction and things, people that's benefit off of that. Dysfunction, people that's benefit off of that. So I have individuals that's actually capitalizing on the situation, the mismanagement, the lack of information given, whatever this government is present at doing right now, there are people that are taking advantage of that. That's a different facet.
Okay.
So there are different people, different entities making plays in Grenada right now. I would really like for the people to pay attention. As much as we have the political thing dealing with, there are other individuals, there are other entities making plays for Grenada family.
Okay.
No, I don't know what I'm set up for. I know I'm trying to keep myself, I always say, a good Negro. I've been trying for a minute. But they're making it hard right now. Because the security, the platforms that was there to keep people protected, the government has more or less eliminated that. And because they eliminated that, they put you in a worse position. No, I do, as I say, I believe that they are aware of what's going on, but they're pretending to not know. And I'm saying to Grenada, a lot of Grenadians in here, please keep the thing civil. Please, you have some people hitting me up too. Please. I spend a lot of time trying to be a good citizen, but
we have children, and both of us have young children.
I spend a lot of time.
So let's not.
Father, I spend a lot of time trying to be a good citizen. They're doing some things that they shouldn't be doing because they want them people there.
Yeah, we ain't going
I come from that. Father, listen, I'm trying my best not to, but I'm telling you what's going on with me.
We have children who look up to us and who we want to
be
sure there's
and I hope all you're listening to, I've done my best to be a good citizen. I pay taxes and all that. I don't want no problems. all the force in my hand. I beg of you, please, don't.
Fadu, we will talk
All
more.
right, Fadu.
You have a good one.
Serious.
Blessings,
Go
brother.
on, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, Fadu will behave, man. A little worry. Fadu is a good guy. So, folks, remember, those of you, remember, we have a child, a little one. If you see the cute little child. We have a child that is going into surgery on Monday. The parents need assistance with the various tests that have to be done. And so before the surgery can be done, it's urgent that the surgery be done. But before it can be done, there's some tests and so that need to take place. And they have to take place. I only got the information just as I was starting the program. Or I may have been speaking about that over the last few nights. So I know it's a lot difficult for some people right now. But if any of you can assist with that, please get in contact with me. 421-7279. That's 421-7279. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. And this week, it's been wonderful being here with you. It's been a rough week for me, believe me. It's been emotionally and otherwise, it's been a very, especially the last 48 hours, been a very rough week for me. But I always get more energy. I always get more, sometimes you feel tired, like I can't, boss, I need to put off that program today. And when I think of those of you that I meet in town and you say, boy, I listen to you every night. And like the gentleman I met in the Limes today, who came back, just trying to remember your name, sir, that I met in the Limes today, who listens to the program all the time when he's out there in the US. Yeah? And the other people that always meet me, they're visiting Grenada and they go out of the way to find me and to see me. And the others that when I'm in town, some people, you just see this coming down the road and they realize it's you and they're smiling and they stop you. Sheldon, but I just listen to you all the time. Oh gosh, my wife need to come to bed early. She listening to you up until after 10. You need to finish at 10. My wife had to come to bed. I lie down there and I'm waiting and the woman don't come in. You to blame. That sort of thing, it gives me a lot of energy, and I want to thank each and every one of you for that and for encouraging me to continue doing what we, not just me, what we are doing here on this program. Those of you that donate, we want to thank you so very much. I know Kiami does thank all you when all pass by, but I want to thank you all personally as well. For those of you that make the small contributions in whichever way, we want to thank you all for that as well. All right, folks. So as I said, that's all the time we have for tonight. In whatever you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out. Do enjoy your weekend.
We are the winning team. We are the winning team. We are the winning team. We will deliver. We are the NNP. We are the NNP. We are the NNP. We are the NNP. That is our. Poverty rising by the hour. You don't see everybody sour. That is why we bringing back Jonah. We will deliver. We will deliver. We will deliver. We will deliver. You don't know. People Edward Clement and Oliver. Who again? Clifton Bowen Alexandra. 15. Nicky still that we are me brother. I said 15. And me not that as me prime minister. Yo. We are the NMP. We are the NMP. Oh, you mean? We are the NMP. We are the NMP. Really that in she that is power. Poverty rising by the hour. You don't see everybody sour. That is why we bring